When it comes to securing your crypto, every choice you make matters, especially when setting up your wallet. And Tangem has two options, seed phrase or no seed phrase. But I found that with so many conflicting opinions, it can be tough to decide which one is the right choice. Over the past year, I've used both the seed and seedless option, and personally, I prefer using the seed phrase because it gives me more control over my keys. However, Tangem recommends setting up your Tangem wallet without a seed phrase, claiming that it's more secure. Both options definitely have their pros and cons, so that's exactly what we're going to dive into in this video so that you can choose the best setup for you. Also, if you're thinking about getting your first Tangem wallet or maybe adding another one to your collection, make sure to use our discount code CyberSkrilla to get 10% off your order. Now let's talk Tangem. Let me start by pointing out there's more to security than security itself. In my experience, I found that user friendliness is also really important. So even if you buy the most secure hardware wallet on the market, but it's not easy to use, or you set it up in a complicated way, then you can actually end up creating more problems than you aim to solve. So choosing how you set up your Tangem wallet really just comes down to your experience level and how confident you are in maintaining good security practices. It's also important to know how you want to use your Tangem wallet because once you set it up, you can't go back and then set it up with a seed phrase, at least not easily. So let's start by looking at the pros and cons of Tangem's recommended seedless setup, and more specifically, why they claim using a seed phrase is not safe.
The most important key is simply written down on a piece of paper. Not only can the paper be torn or lost, but anyone who sees it can memorize the phrase, if they have good memory.
Tangem's main argument here is that writing down your seed phrase on a piece of paper is less than optimal, and you risk exposing it to any wandering eyes. So Tangem's solution to this was to create a completely seedless wallet where no one could ever know the key to the wallet.
We believe that the seed phrase is not very secure, and so Tangem Wallet stores all the keys inside a card's chip and does not show them to anyone, not even the owner. Instead of a seed phrase, backup copies are used on other similar Tangem cards.
While this is a solid argument from Tangem's side and a pretty decent solution considering the most common scam in crypto is tricking people into revealing their seed phrase, there are some downsides to using a seedless wallet. But before we dive into the downsides, let's look at why using the seedless option might be a good choice for you. First off, if you aren't comfortable with managing and keeping track of a 12 to 24 word seed phrase, then using the seedless option is probably your best bet. When you set up your Tangem wallet without a seed phrase, your cards are the backup because they hold your private key. So anytime you want to access your crypto, you just need one of your cards and your access code. The access code is a password that you set up to prevent others from accessing your wallet. So let's say someone steals one of your cards and they download the Tangem app on their phone and they try to scan your card. They won't be able to get access to your crypto because they still need to enter your access code. Likewise, if you get a new phone and you want to download the Tangem app and access your Tangem wallet on your new phone, then you just scan your card, enter your access code, and you're good to go. And the access code is required for both the seeded and seedless option. That said, there's no way around at least having to remember one thing, which is your access code. Another reason why you might prefer the seedless option over the seed phrase option is because if you set up your Tangem wallet with the seed phrase, it is temporarily displayed on your phone screen, and you could potentially reveal it to someone if someone happens to be watching you. And I'll touch more on this screen concern in a bit, but if you're just someone who wants to be a little extra cautious, then you might want to use the seedless option. However, in my experience, the downside of using a seedless wallet outweighs the benefits, and here's why. If you use a seedless wallet, then you are completely reliant on these cards to secure the key to your crypto. Now listen closely because this is the most important point when deciding whether to use your Tangem wallet with or without a seed phrase, and this is my main argument for why a seed phrase is a no-brainer. If you lose all of your Tangem cards or they get destroyed and you don't have a seed phrase, you don't have the key to your wallet, then all your crypto is gone. You have no way to access it. There's no way to recover your wallet, period. And to me, that's a pretty scary thought, and I'm not willing to take that risk. And that's not to say that these cards aren't secure, that they're not durable. This is actually the most durable cold wallet on the market. It's designed to last a minimum of 25 years. That's why it comes with a 25-year product replacement warranty. But at the end of the day, this is still technology, and technology fails all the time. And the main counter argument I see here is, well, you could also lose your seed phrase if you choose a seed phrase option, and then you'd be in the same scenario, you'd be without your crypto. But here's a catch. If you go with the seedless option, then you're limited to 3 cards per wallet. That means you only have 3 keys, 3 backups for your crypto wallet and you can't create any more. So let's say you lose 2 of your 3 cards, you'd have to transfer your crypto out of that wallet to a new wallet before you lost the 3rd one. Otherwise, you would lose all your crypto. But what happens if you don't have time to transfer your crypto, or you lose or damage all 3 of your cards at the same time? Well, you're screwed. With the seed phrase, you've got a lot more flexibility because you can create as many copies as you want. And to counter what Tangem says, you do not have to write down your seed phrase on a piece of paper. In fact, I don't recommend storing your seed phrase on a piece of paper long term. This is a good option for when you first set up your wallet, but for long-term storage, I would recommend something like a metal seed phrase plate. This is 100% stainless steel all the way through, fireproof, waterproof, corrosion resistant. This is what I store my seed phrase in, and this is what I would recommend anyone who has a seed phrase to store their seed phrase in as well. I'll leave a link to this exact one in the description if you want to check it out, along with the discount code. Not only that, but if you use Tangem as a seedless wallet, then you're pretty much locked into using Tangem because you don't have that key to import into another hardware wallet, because seed phrases can be used in different hardware wallet brands. If you create a seed phrase using Tangem, well, then you can take that seed phrase and import it into something like Ledger and continue to manage your crypto there. So if you're like me and you own several hardware wallets, or you like to try new hardware wallets that come out, then you want to use a seed phrase option because you won't be able to do that with the seedless option. If you're using the seedless option and you wanted to get your crypto onto a new hardware wallet device, you're going to have to transfer it to the new hardware wallet, which is a lot less convenient and more expensive because you're paying all those transaction fees to transfer each one of your cryptocurrencies to your new wallet. It is worth mentioning though that if Tangem goes out of business, this is a question that I see a lot. If they go out of business and you're using a seedless wallet, you'll still be able to use your Tangem cards in the Tangem app to like send and receive crypto. You'll lose some other functionalities, but you will be able to at least get your crypto out of the wallet if you need to. And that's just another reason why I would prefer to use a seed phrase. That way I don't have to deal with all that. If Tangem does go out of business, then I can just import my seed phrase into another brand hardware wallet and continue to manage my crypto like nothing happened. So really the seedless option is great if you do not trust yourself to manage your seed phrase. Aside from that, I don't see why you wouldn't use a seed phrase. But let's circle back to arguably the biggest concern I've seen from most people, and that is the screen. Whether you import a seed phrase from another wallet or create a brand new seed phrase using your Tangem wallet, the seed phrase is displayed on your phone screen, which is an internet connected device. And isn't the point of a hardware wallet to keep your keys offline? Of course it is. That's why it's called a cold wallet. And if you choose to set up your Tangem wallet using a seed phrase and generate the seed phrase using your Tangem app, it's still going to be kept offline. It's not stored on your phone or in the Tangem app. The seed phrase is only displayed long enough for you to write it down. Then once you move on to the next step, it's completely erased and the private key is securely stored on the Tangem card in the secure element chip. Also, there is no known malware that could compromise a Tangem app. So if you're worried about malware stealing your seed phrase in that small window when you're setting it up, is basically non-existent. That said, the most important thing that you can do is to make sure that you're using the official Tangem app, obviously, and don't set it up in a public area where there might be cameras over your shoulders or wandering eyes. Do it in the privacy of your own home. And if you're super paranoid, cover up all the cameras on your phone and your computer, and you'll be good to go. You also don't need to disconnect your phone from the internet when setting up your seed phrase. This does not provide any extra security. The most important thing that you can do is ensure that you're using the official Tangem app. In fact, you're going to need the internet for the step right after the seed phrase, which is your card activation, where the cards communicate with Tangem servers to verify that the firmware on your cards are authentic Tangem firmware. But deciding how to set up your Tangem wallet is just one aspect of using this wallet effectively to manage and secure your crypto. There are a bunch of other cool features and important details you should know, which I go over in this ultimate FAQ video. You can also make your Tangem wallet more secure using a passphrase if you want to do that, and I cover how to do that in this video. So check those out. I'll see you there. Peace out.